Welcome back, Truth Seeker. August 4th, 2019. A date written 8-4 like 84. If you've never read George Orwell's 1984 before, I highly recommend you do. It's about a people who are ruled over by a government that rules with tyranny and fear and intimidation. It's about a nation that's always at war, but the people don't understand why. As we'll get to, in the language of Gematria, United States of America equals 84. So does the name Obama, and today's his birthday, turning big number 58. Anyhow, let's talk about the shootings in El Paso, and now the latest early this morning, August 4th, in Dayton, Ohio. And notice they're saying 26 injured. That's the final count of injured out of El Paso as well. And if you've read my book, Letters and Numbers, you know what it is about 26. The opening chapter of my book is Why Are There 26 Letters in the English Alphabet? It's a number that has a lot to do with God, magic, casting spells, chaos. And this code of letters and numbers is very important to Masonry, whose motto is order out of chaos. Of course, Masonry controls government, media, police in the United States and worldwide. So you get 26 injured, supposedly, in both incidents. Now, keep in mind, I said at the beginning of the year, you're going to see a lot of chaos in the news. You're going to hear that word a lot. You're going to see it a lot in the headlines. And of course we have. It's been everywhere. It's because this is 2019. Chaos has a Gematria value of 19, and when you run the alphabetic order in reverse, 26. That's why you get 26 injured in both shootings in the headlines. When you understand the code, you begin to recognize the numbers. They begin to register in your brain, and you see how repetitively they are used. Now, as we talked about, the shooting in El Paso had a major murder theme on August 3rd, the shooting a day prior, hours earlier. They said the shootings were separated by 13 hours. Big Masonic number that has a lot to do with time. The cycles of the moon. Anyhow, notice Dayton and murder, both perfect overlap in Gematria. Alphabetic order and alphabetic order in reverse. And of course, the day prior in El Paso, let me pull up the El Paso post here. Actually, let's just go through this a little bit and then we'll come back to the El Paso incident and how the same numbers were coded. But notice even the headline at the top. A deadly day in America. You see how they do that? Which sums to 83. And again, there's that song out there, Murder by Numbers, which came out in 1983 about how killing people's the sport of the elite. It's as simple as ABC 1, 2, 3. Notice Ohio sums to 61 like active shooter like El Paso, Texas. We talked about this in yesterday's shooting. Here it is again. The number always shows up around active shooter incidents is how they're referred to. They're sure to say that he used the 223 rounds in his AR-15. Of course, Masonic in Jewish Gematria is 223. 13 hours apart. Go through the history of shootings in America and see how many have been in nightclubs. These are the four base ciphers, the alphabetic order with the rules of numerology, the reverse alphabetic order with the rules of numerology. You'll notice nightclub and Freemason have a perfect overlap in all of them. And with regards to 48, propaganda is also 48, so is hoax, so is false flag. They reported that this happened in the Oregon district. Perfect, the Oregon district. Oregon sums to 74 and 38, as does killing. Of course, Masonic and occult also fit right in. Active shooter, when you run the alphabetic order in reverse, is 74 as well. Again and again, the same repetitive numbers coded. The reporting comes from the police. Notice Dayton, OH, like how you'd write the city on an envelope, is 102 and 33, just like police is 33 and 102. Remember, El Paso, Texas is 137, the 33rd prime. Number that always shows up around these incidents. False flag, police, Masonry, federal, secrecy, order, they're all 33. And in light of this coming in Ohio, did I forget to put it up here? Uh-oh, maybe I did. Let me pull out the calculator. Ohio is one of 2 states that sums to 47 with the alphabetic order. Ohio's 47. The other one's Nevada. And you might recall the last 2 presidential debates for the last election. The first Republican debate was in Ohio. The first Democratic debate was in Nevada. It's because president's 47. Very special number here. Trump's 47. White House is 47. Government authority. Very special number. But anyway, Ohio's 47, like we talked about. In all 4 of the mass shootings prior to this one in the span of the last 8 days, 47's been encoded in all of them. 47 degrees on the Masonic compass. Policeman, cop, government authority, they're all 47. Number that shows up again and again. Why I have the campaign, what is 47? Yesterday we talked about how 211 was encoded in the Dayton shooting. Notice from the governor of Ohio, Mike DeWine's last birthday to this shooting, August 4th, is 211 days later. 211 is the 47th prime. Mason in Jewish Gematria is 211. Of course, this happened on August 4th, 84. Masonry, Jesuits, Zionism, United States of America, they're all 84. And get a load of the coordinates of Dayton where this happened on August 4th. The 39th parallel, the 84th meridian. Masonry, 84 and 39. Dayton, OH, 39. Again, Masonry's motto, order out of chaos. Masonry controls government, media, police. Bodies all over the place. See how they emphasize that? 115 like Masonic, like killing. They also say this is the 250th mass shooting of this year. They report that in the story. The question has to be raised. Why does Dayton have to be the 250th mass shooting this year? Really? There's been 250 mass shootings this year? We're not even 250 days into the year. But we're going to come back to that term, mass shooting. And news by the numbers. Dayton is also 25, not far off from 250, so is death. But today, August 4th, 2019, date with 51 numerology. Mass shootings 51, conspiracies 51. They said the shooter had body armor. Body armor's 51, so is federal. Think about Area 51, known for the federal conspiracy. See how they do it? You see how they do it. Mike DeWine's birthday is even 5/1, the way the majority of the world writes January 5th. The mass shooting's perfectly synced up with his birthday. And just for review, let's go back over the El Paso shooting yesterday. So it was August 3rd, a date written 8/3 or 3/8. Mall death, El Paso, Texas, all 38. For a moment, they said 15 dead before they raised it to 19, before they raised it to 20. Death's also 20. 19's chaos. When you write out 15, it equals 38. You see here how they were reporting at one point 15 dead, 23 injured. 15 plus 23, 38. Murders 83 and 38. 83 is the 23rd prime. El Paso's 23. That's why they momentarily reported at least 23 injured before they upped it to 26. And again, you just pay attention each time the media, the numbers they release as they change the counts, they're all symbolic. They're not putting out any of these contrived numbers by accident. August 3rd, 2019 was a date with 23 numerology as well. Again, El Paso, Texas, 137, like government, like mind control, like Washington, D.C., like 137, the 33rd prime, just like Dayton, OH is 33. Notice how El Paso, Texas goes with active shooter. So once they put out the names of these shooters, I will do a bit more decoding, see what other repetitive numbers are encoded. But again, last weekend, we had a shooting in Brooklyn Saturday. Then we got a shooting at a garlic festival in California Sunday. And then Monday, we got a shooting at a Walmart. And then the following Saturday, you get a shooting at a mall and a Walmart on Saturday. And then on Sunday, you get a shooting at a nightclub in Dayton, Ohio. Let's hope we don't get another Walmart shooting tomorrow, Monday, August 5th. But I wouldn't put it past them. News by the numbers all day, every day. Learn this code, pick up the book. Every English-speaking person should know this knowledge. Very simple to learn. Very easy to apply. Once you learn the code, you just see how repetitive it is. Been proving it for 6 years straight. And for anyone who calls into Mark Passio's show today, just on a little side topic, ask him about this. He's a former Satanist, admittedly. He's going to be appearing on Alex Jones tomorrow, August 5th, the day leaving 148 days left in the year. But notice the 122 and 67. Again, he's a former Satanist. Notice Satanic is 67 and 122. Mark Passio's 122 and 67. And he doesn't share this knowledge with his viewers. He talks about the same topics every single week. Why not spread it out a little bit? Why not spread about the most potent information in the truth community that people can use every single day to see through the lies and the deception? Like I've said for years, I'm suspicious of every truth channel that doesn't share this knowledge, because this is the only knowledge that really gets you anywhere. Period. End of discussion. It's the knowledge that's used every single day to build the police state, to launch the next unnecessary war, to rig the next election, to rig the next sports game. We'll leave it there, Truth Seeker. Until next time.